Well, that first point tells you a lot. First of all, if he's going to play from that far behind the baseline as he did the first point, that's not going to work. 4 or 5 metres behind the baseline, just wanted to stay in the rally, and Djokovic around that baseline area right from the get-go.
Well, that's the serve he used so effectively against Nadal, although, of course, Nadal being a left-hander really stretched Nadal wide to the backhand. On this occasion, it's wide to the Djokovic forehand, but such swing on the ball, it was too good.
Called long. That's both those serves were the serves we talked about. Down the tee, down the middle on the ad court, out wide on the juice court. Didn't miss by much, the forehand.
Novak Djokovic's dad. Just what he had to guard against. A very nervous opening from the Frenchman.
Love 15. Tsonga is challenging the call on the left far side. The ball's called good.
Well, that to me is silly. That to me is a waste of a challenge. It's the second game, really not that important. He wins the challenge, but still for me, it's not worth the challenge.
Loves the shot down the line, Djokovic. The backhand, two-handed down the line. One of his better ground strokes, and he's got plenty of good ones. Well, he's feeling a little bit of the nerves as well. A couple of misses, a backhand and a forehand. This forehand he really didn't do too much with. Most players like to hit that off forehand, Jeff, don't they? He sort of prefers this one. And Tsonga's looking for the off forehand. He goes over the high part of the net,
You see where Tsonga's moved to.
Can't buy a first serve in this opening service game.
Oh, that's a very nervous forehand. Head lifted up. You see him shaking the arm there. So plenty of tension from the serve as well.
Dueling service breaks perhaps then at the start of the final.
Just a quiet look from Tsonga there up the other end of the court. See how his opponent was travelling. Realise he's a little nervous, so an opportunity to break right back.
And we're back where we started. Some of the crowd on their feet, worried about what happened in the first game, but now it's all back on level terms. Gentlemen, let's start again.
This is an extraordinarily poor game from Djokovic. He had an opportunity, having broken first game, to make a bit of a statement, but is very tentative. Look at the look on his face.
Thank you.
Surprisingly so.
It is interesting because in the first game he went toe-to-toe with forehands with Tsonga, and then he missed two relatively easy ones in his own service game. And then he comes up with the goods again in that point off the forehand.
Not much doubt where the crowd's heart lies tonight. They're behind the Frenchman. It's the great Aussie tradition of supporting the underdog.
Well, that's a bit more like the Tsonga we saw against Nadal. So much power that, as quick as Djokovic is, he's not to be seen.
That was 2-14. That was humming.
14-15.
Novak's two younger brothers.
15 left.
Patience and power into that corner, and that's his favourite shot, not the off forehand. He rips this one, likes to pull this one back cross court.
It's Geordie, 13 years of age, and Marco, who's 16, supporting big brother tonight.
Little change of pace there on the first serve from Djokovic, putting in a top spinning first serve. Only 156 k's an hour, but designed to get out high and wide to the Tsonga backhand, get him out of court and set the point up from there.
Oh.
His first serve percentage in the first 6 matches has wavered between 60 and 76%. It's very early going yet, but it's only at 44 at the moment. He needs to get more first serves into play.
That's a little angle volley. He must have played 10 of them the other night. And he only lost 1, I think, and that was because it was played a little bit too far back, but he had unbelievable touch on the little angle volley against Nadal. And there's another one, the first of the evening here, but it's played from about the service line, cuts underneath it, and just wrong-footed Djokovic, nowhere to go.
Well,
30-40.
We said it was a nervous opening from the Frenchman, but the Serbian has looked decidedly shaky, and this could rock his confidence. Big serve at the big moment.
That was interesting because the first service game, he never bounced the ball more than maybe half a dozen, maybe 10 times. Now, that one was about 16, 18 times before he let fly with the big serve.
The ball was called in by the line judge and overruled from the chair.
Djokovic is challenging the call on the right near side. The ball's called out.
Well, from where I'm looking, I thought this was wide. Yep. Gee, it was good play, though, from Tsonga. He moved onto the ball quickly to hit the down-the-line approach, came in, made Djokovic go for the big pass.
Second break point of this fourth game. Oh, sheer brilliance. What a wonderful point early in the final.
Doesn't get any better than this, folks. Both of these fellas toe-to-toe, and this comes up to finish a miraculous rally, and there's the result. I think we're going to see a lot of this tonight if this is indicating of the first 4 games.
Tsonga almost stopped on that serve, but he can't challenge now.
Well, I agree. I thought it was a long way up the serve. Too late now, as you said. I think both players believed it was a fault and only half played the point.
Well, he's only got himself to blame. All he had to do was challenge, and it would seem that he would have been right.
Terrible choice of shots there, and the execution wasn't much better.
And he had, Jeff, a couple of those brain snaps against Federer the other night with that shot.
Yes, he does. It's a shot that he hits well, but he is guilty of using it far too often, particularly on this surface, which is reasonably high bouncing, and against a man like Tsonga, who moves so very, very well. Not a good choice. That's what he did extremely well against Federer. Whenever he was in trouble, he came up with a very, very good first serve.
Good motion, good shoulder turn, good extension, and good direction.
That turns into a very significant hold of serve for Djokovic, down 2 break points. A chance for the Frenchman to get all of the momentum back that he lost in the first game, and we're still level.
Well, it was a fabulous passing shot that Djokovic came up with on one of the break points, and that'll sit in both of their minds. Tsonga will be much more wary now about coming into the net.
Spectacular.
How about that for athleticism? The slam dunk overhead, and it comes back, and he has to do it again. And the players, even with a wry smile here, this one, look at the leap. And he's there. Djokovic is there. This is an even tougher smash. Sets himself and smacks it for a winner. Brilliant stuff. Crowd are on their feet already.
He's got that rare ability, hasn't he, just to light up the crowd.
Well, it's not too many players that can go toe-to-toe with Djokovic from the back of the court. But certainly at the moment, Tsonga is managing it more than comfortably. Brilliant backhand there from the middle of the court, generated extra pace. Even the speed of Djokovic can't handle it.
I think Djokovic right now has got to get a little, he's worried about the forehand. He's got to get a little more depth on the forehand. The forehand is just half court, at best 3/4 court in the rallies. That's just not going to do it there, that half court ball. Too good.
40-15.
He's quick for a big man, Fred. I mean, look how quickly he gets into position to hit that favourite off forehand. Excellent mobility.
40-30.
Gee, that's a good return.
Yes.
A fine return here from Djokovic. He tries to play a little cute half volley. He hasn't missed too many of those, but that's a very tough position to play it from when you're not quite on balance and leaning to your left.
Tsonga.
Nine unforced errors already from the racket of Novak Djokovic. Just the 3 from Jo-Wilfried Tsonga.
Yes.
Excellent footwork from Djokovic there to make Tsonga play another shot. Tries a little drop shot here. Not a bad choice. Just doesn't execute it quite well enough. And there's something to do there with the speed of Djokovic. When you're worried about someone's speed, you go for more.
Eric Winogradsky there in the striped shirt. Cedric Pioline, who knows his way around a tennis court, been a Grand Slam finalist on a couple of occasions. Probably the last Frenchman to do so.
It was a battle, but Tsonga got there in the end. Carlos Ramos forgot to turn his microphone off there, so everyone heard that.
Djokovic is challenging the ball, which was very close. And the last service line. It was called out.
That's great stuff from the chair umpire.
It's a great way of releasing some tension in everybody as well. That was well done.
For serve. Let's for serve.
Good solid return from a 15 bounce first serve out wide to the forehand. hit that one really firmly, very deep, very close to the line.
The Djokovic camp, mum and dad, two little brothers in the front row.
Boy, that's good wheels. That was a perfectly executed drop shot from Djokovic. And he's a metre behind the baseline, gets there in plenty of time. And a smart play from Djokovic. He's got to watch the ball, not watch his opponent, and pick his target.
Probably his most comfortable hold of serve.
3 games over.
Well, he's been going with that off forehand consistently. Djokovic was looking for it. And Tsonga just taking his eye off the ball perhaps here, waiting to see where Djokovic is going.
First ace of the match for the Frenchman. And they come in clusters, obviously.
Oh, he's warming up now. 216k, that one.
That's his quickest.
Going for the hat trick here, 3 in a row. That one dropped in right at the very last moment. Just had enough topspin on it to get it to fall on the line. Tsonga thought this one was going out. It's well inside the baseline, actually.
Tsonga.
Well, this is what he's capable of. Loves to run around the backhand, hit a forehand and go after it. 146 km/h forehand winner. Awesome.
Well, that didn't miss by much either. That was a tough shot that he elected. That's what he's been doing all tournament long. That was from 2 metres behind the baseline, nearly an outright winner.
Marian Vida, Novak Djokovic's coach since June of 2006.
(30-15).
Well, he's just freewheeled it a bit in this game, and he knows that this could be a big opportunity. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga in the context of this match.
Yes, well done, good serve. No, that's a problem here. He is questioning the time that Djokovic is taking between points. He said he's waiting more than the allotted time.
Fabulous power off the forehand from Tsonga. Softens him up and then finishes him off with the forehand down the line. Djokovic can't read it. They're the sort of shots that Tsonga doesn't need to panic on. When Djokovic comes to the net off an ordinary approach, you don't need to try and hit a winner. His volleys aren't that great. You need to make him play the volley.
Another terrific serve at the most opportune of moments.
4 games.
So Tsonga has now planted the seed in the mind of Carlos Ramos of Portugal in the chair about the time that Djokovic is taking.
Good foot speed there from Djokovic. Good return, forcing the little half volley, but Djokovic is smart enough to know that he's going to play that short one, and he was all over this. He had a choice of 2 or 3 shots.
Back-to-back aces again, as he did in his previous service game.
40-15.
Again, out wide to the forehand on the juice court, down the middle to the forehand on the ad court. Out wide again, 3 in a row. Jeff, I think one of the strengths so far in this set has been the consistency of this fella's backhand, the two-fisted backhand. He takes it back, and the pace of shot doesn't bother him, and then he can accelerate as he did in that rally. It's been the safest of his shots so far in the match.
Well, we would have thought that Djokovic would win most of the protracted rallies. As you said, hasn't been the case. In fact, Tsonga's made 7 unforced errors only for the match so far, 11 from Djokovic.
Backhand's got a lot of pace on it, and he hasn't faltered with it all day.
Djokovic simply being out-muscled at the moment. Tsonga now 2 points from the set. Can he come up with the answer? Unlucky.
Gee, that was interesting though, wasn't it? The Djokovic let that floating ball bounce. It was a gimme really for a drive volley. That was before this part of the replay. This is a bit unlucky for Tsonga, but gee, it was a tentative way of going about the point from Djokovic.
Again, the backhand very safe. Beautifully struck. Good tight tennis at the moment.
Speaking of tight, how tight is this point? This is one of those points on which the championship could turn.
Oh, he didn't get on it. Didn't get it.
What a showman. The crowd are already involved. He wants them even more involved.
This was a short shot from Tsonga, and this was an easy overhead, but he frames it. Gives Tsonga plenty of chance to just rip that forehand. A miss-hit smash sets it all up.
The Frenchman has a set point.
Thank you. Quiet, please. Thank you.
Yes! He's floating like a butterfly, all right. Dad's on his feet, everyone on their feet. And it's only the first set.
Well, that's a very poor choice. Short ball, time to assert some authority, and that's a tentative. Want to finish the point now.
Panic shot.
Panic, absolutely.
That, by the way, is the first set that Djokovic has lost in the tournament.
He will miss a few of those, but his winners to unforced errors ratio is as it has been all the way through these championships. 15 winners, 9 unforced errors so far. .215 k's an hour out wide to the backhand. It's his second quickest serve of the evening, but when it's hit out wide to the backhand there, that's very quick. Just beaten for pace.
Game, Tsonga, first game, second set.
Well, that's amazing as well, because he broke a string on that return, Tsonga, so that Djokovic only needed to put the ball in play and he was probably going to win the point. There he is shaking his head, he knows it.
Tsonga just trying to get himself to calm down. See the gestures with the hand. He's up a set. Well, that's again very tentative, because he never went forward to the net. That was a shot that normally in the first set he'd go forward. He backpedaled 3 steps and then missed a relatively easy forehand.
And he missed it by 2 meters, Fred. That was wide of the doubles alley.
So a little frazzled at the moment, Djokovic.
Half a dozen aces now from the Serbian. That one coming in at 191 kilometres an hour. Quickest of the match has been 2:08. important hold at the start of the second set for the #3 seed.
Smart play here from the Serb. Good disguise on that, but he's there in plenty of time. Plays a little cute angle, but then has no chance of getting back into the court. Once you play that shot, if your opponent's there, as Djokovic was, it's a wide open court. Both players catching one another, as we suspected with that wide serve. That's the majority of the serves are going there. That one a metre up the line, swinging away.
He stopped. He's going to challenge.
The call on the right baseline. The ball's called good.
Looked as if it skidded off the line a bit to me. This might be a brave challenge, but he was in the best position to see it. Yeah, it looked like it skidded all along. Loses the point, Tsonga.
15-all. Tsonga has 2 challenges remaining.
Hawkeye Masters.
Looking a little pensive.
Gee, that was an ordinary attempt of a pass from Djokovic. He had lots of time. It was indicative of his lack of confidence at the moment. It was a very high, easy volley in the end for Tsonga. He would have expected something a lot more difficult.
There's 2 very different sets of body language out there at the moment. This man, confident and composed. Djokovic, unquestionably worried.
Djokovic just has to get more first serves into play. $150K, that forehand set up for him to hit, and hit it he did.
So that's just doesn't want to be there.
No, a smart play from Tsonga though, because he didn't try and go for the big pass. Hit it behind him and made him volley.
Well, he hesitates coming in. You can see he's not in as close as he should have been. He's not comfortable there.
That's a better volley, but it was an easier one too.
15-30.
Into the corner, this one up around chest high. Technique on that volley good. I thought I was going to see him run around the second serve there. He got halfway and then came back and hit the 2-fisted backhand Tsonga.
40-30. Again, Djokovic.
Challenge.
I think if there was a let.
Well, if it's a let, there's an electronic machine that goes off in the chair umpire's chair, up to the chair. Didn't go off, so no chance of a change there. 2-all.
Djokovic holding his serve, but having to struggle to do it. Just long.
$15-all.
Outside of the line. Novak will have a look.
Djokovic is challenging the call on the right center service line. Ball's called good.
So did it touch the right edge of the line? No, it did not.
Second serve.
That's indicative, though, of the tension that Djokovic is feeling. He's having a go at Carlos Ramos for not being able to see that call himself. That's just tension.
That's better. Might just inspire him a bit. He needs some inspiration at the moment.
Well, you can see how he plants that left foot, stays with that open stance that takes tremendous core strength and stability. Beautifully done.
40-30.
That's not bad. 2:04. And he goes ahead in the ace count, 7-6.
Well, this was indicative the other night. Every time Tsonga got into trouble, he came up with a big serve, but the same could be said for Djokovic against Federer. So they do play very similar games, these boys, from the back of the court. They like to open up the court with forehands, very, very solid off the backhand. This one, the drop shot, he was all over it, and that's a better volley. Really punched that volley. It wasn't coming back. So things heating up here.
Sign said that's fast. The winner was at 142 kilometres an hour. The serve was at 212.
Tsonga. 15 love.
And that's the positive from his point of view, Jeff. He must feel as though he's being outplayed. He must feel as though his opponent has the upper hand, but he's still there on the scoreboard.
Yep, he needs to find ways of giving himself some positives.
You can see Team Djokovic and the Serbian fans in very close proximity down there.
Well, that's better play from Djokovic. That's the short ball that we've spoken about, where he's tended to hit the drop shot rather than hit the approach shot and come to the net. And on that occasion, he does hit the approach shot. It's a good one and forces Tsonga to lob. Well played, Djokovic.
Love game.
Hasn't had one of those for a while.
Not sure he's had one at all.
3 games over.
Picked up the pace a little there in that game, Djokovic, or attempted to.
Beautiful sight here in Melbourne. That is Eureka Tower, the tallest building in the central business district. As the sun sets, local time 9 o'clock on a Sunday evening. The last encounter of the Australian Open Championships for 2008. New balls.
It's out.
Now, look at the positive body language here from Djokovic. This is the first time we've seen this in a little while. He was walking around with his shoulders slumped before, but after that point he turned around and sprinted back to the baseline.
Oh, that's magnificent. Truly magnificent.
Winning the first point of the game, and he gets in that rally, you'd think he was quite comfortable, and then suddenly lightning strikes quickly. Bang, finished, 15 all. Looks over to his dad and says, hey, what can I do here? This is super tennis, folks. Doesn't get much better than this. Midway through this second set, Djokovic knows the job ahead of him.
I think little Geordie was pretty happy with that one.
What a return.
Do you think Geordie was happy with that one?
Not sure he saw it.
15-14.
Well, this one was right off the left hip. And it was pace of shot, but you've got to be strong to do that.
Is the tide turning? His body language is better. The scoreboard looks better. 2 break points. Tsonga is down, and he's down on the scoreboard too.
It was interesting throughout that rally. For the first time in this match, we've seen Tsonga slice backhands to keep the ball in play. It's the first rally that he's tried to do that. He's been quite happy with the two-fisted backhand, going toe-to-toe. That time he tried to change things up. Maybe that's a mistake. He's only broken serve once, Djokovic. That was his first game of the match, wasn't it? Then he went round and played a shocker on his own serve. So nerves may be playing a part again here.
Just the second double fault of the match. Tsonga hasn't committed one yet. He very rarely does.
Back to his top spin two-hander, Tsonga. It paid dividends.
Well, that was a bad miss because Djokovic really struggling to find a first serve in this game just when he wants it. And that one really flew off the racket.
His first serve percentage, Fred, in this set is terrible. 45% of first serves into play for the Serbian.
Still no first serves. Well, for the first time, we've seen a little bit of disappointment in Tsonga's expression. This is a pretty simple forehand for him.
Mum's left to fly the flag for the moment. A costly miss from Jo-Wilfried Tsonga at 30 all allows Djokovic to consolidate the break of serve. He's now just one game away from levelling this final up.
Thank you.
Unforced errors from Tsonga all of a sudden are coming in a rush.
A little shake of the head there from the Frenchman. It was almost inevitable that he would have to go through a little flat spot at some stage. Dad has to wait at the back to come down to his seat in the front row.
Oh, he went after it. It was worth a shot. He picked that serve.
Amazing to note, Fred, we haven't had a five-setter here at Melbourne Park since Valander and Cash, the very first year this centre was opened.
That's right.
That's in the final.
In the final, yeah.
Jo-Wilfried Tsonga might have been freewheeling early, but Novak Djokovic has come along and put the brakes on, and we are locked up in the final.
15-love.
Well, he never bent the knees at all. That was not a good volley. It was not a difficult volley. You don't want to do that too often. This crowd will jump all over you. He doesn't bend the knees at all. And in frustration, whacks the ball into the net.
And he sails through that first game to love.
30 love.
Makes no mistake with this overhead, got right underneath it.
Well, that is now 3 successive love games for the server. Both players upping their ranking a bit.
Definitely gaining in confidence, Djokovic, going for the lines more, feeling more assured about his own ability.
Well, I think he picked it up, as we said, midway through that second set, 2-3. Started to put some more pace on the shot because he was being out-hit at that stage. But there's a different stride on this man now, and it's a confident one.
It's a pretty good strategy from Tsonga. He's not served and volleyed at all before, and at love 30, Djokovic looking just to float that ball high and deep. We're surprised to see Tsonga at the net. Really finding the target now, Djokovic.
Boy, this is a good one here. It's low. This is a tough shot. Got to bend the knees, and you see how low he got on that shot to drill that one down the line over the high part of the net.
2 break points for the Serbian.
Yes.
200 on the button. Ace number 9.
Starting to hurry things a little bit now. Tsonga.
Tsonga might have been in the driver's seat before, but Djokovic has bumped him out of the chair now and taken the wheel.
Andy?
15 left.
Some
Djokovic is challenging the call on the right service line. Ball's called out.
haven't had a challenge for a little while in this match. Spot on the line. Just enough in the corner. Jeff, the feet aren't moving quite the way they were about 3/4 of an hour ago.
No, absolutely. He needs to get his adrenaline level up. He's gone a little flat, a little passive. He needs to just really recognise the fact that he's not moving. He's got to get himself more motivated, talk to himself, positive affirmation.
Well, that's exactly what Djokovic had to do. After losing the first set, he was threatened, he was dropping the shoulders, had a good chat to himself and then picked the pace up a little bit. And now, in the balance here, Tsonga has to do the same. Dad's much happier chappy now. You can see his son moving onto the ball a lot better than he was early.
Djokovic has now dropped only 1 point in his past 3 service games. Fred, your prediction before the match was Djokovic in 4, and that's just the way it's looking at the moment.
At this stage, but there's still a long way to go. Both players doing unbelievably well with that serve out wide of the forehand. We talked about that right at the top and how much it meant to Tsonga. He had to serve well. He did so in the first set. He still continues to serve well. Tough to lob, a very tall man, but you need precision and a little bit of work on the ball.
Tsonga's rushing now. Djokovic just went to the back of the court there to towel himself down, and when he looked up, Tsonga was already there waiting to serve.
Gee, that's a good point. excellent return again from Djokovic. He's making many more returns than Tsonga is used to from midway through the second set.
That's a bit better. Up on his toes again.
Got the job done, but it was not a good approach. A little bit of slice. The slice stays low on this court and props up, and that may be what beat Djokovic here, but he had enough court, plenty of room cross court.
He's got to make something happen here, Tsonga. He's had a couple of free points in this game from Djokovic. He's unlikely to get too many more. Needs to make something happen here. 15-30. Just not going to get it done. He's really become tentative in that area. He's angry with himself. Never looked like making that shot.
There's a good foot speed there from Djokovic. That's another one of those wide serves that we've been talking about. Way out, stretches him wide, and then he was brave enough to go after the forehand, and this was the result.
There's not that same air of positivity about the Frenchman just at the moment. He seems to be struggling physically. A little mini opening there for Tsonga. Djokovic able to snuff it out pretty quickly though. Consolidate the break, get closer to a 2-1 lead.
Well, during the tournament, when he's had 15-30 opportunities, Tsonga has really been aggressive and positive. He's looked to run around, hit some forehands, or else he's gone after the backhand. And at that game, 15-30, he just did neither of the above.
15 love.
This one, 214. His quickness has been 216. He needs to get mad.
Bit of a nothing shot from the Frenchman there.
We can even see with his recovery at the moment, Tsonga, it's not as quick as it was earlier. When he's getting out of position, he's not getting back to the centre of the court with real haste. It's almost as if he's pacing himself for a long distance run. It's time to start sprinting.
Still only the one service break. This is again the 7th game of the set. Climbs onto that one. Djokovic was out there waiting for that, so that put a little bit more pressure on him to go for something extra. Where he is way outside the doubles court, a metre outside. Djokovic never moved. He moved into that corner. He's racing now, hurrying.
Djokovic is challenging the left baseline. Ball's called out.
So it's still just the one service break. If he can hold serve here.
Djokovic has 2 challenges remaining.
Oh.
The Frenchman is hanging in there. It is by a thread just at the moment, but it is just the one service break.
Well, they're the French fans cheering the Serbian shots. What's going on here?
This is a good shot, wasn't it? He just adds extra pace. He's got the confidence now to go a little bit closer to the sidelines. He's being rewarded.
It's out. Short second serve.
Frenchman acutely aware that he may not get any more opportunities in this 3rd set.
Well, that's good footwork. Saw that there. Didn't want to run around, hit the forehand. Good little steps. You could hear the squeaking of the shoes when he gets in the... What's the little steps here? Look. And then gets right behind the ball and powers it.
approval towards his family and his supporters from Novak Djokovic. He knows he has this set and perhaps this match by the scruff of the neck at the moment.
Boy, he teed off on that two-fisted backhand, this one. That's as hard as he's hit one tonight.
To keep the set going. Brilliant stuff. He's rising.
Well, he knows he has his man very much on the ropes at the moment. Djokovic is moving, playing shots with so much more self-belief. That just looks like fatigue, and that's just poor footwork.
More mental fatigue, Jeff, I think, than physical. It's just he's given his best shot, and now he's starting to hurry things and just miss things. The feet are not going.
Tsonga will challenge.
On the left far side. Ball's called out.
Now this is wrong. If this ball's called good, they replay the point. And this is one of those areas where I don't think, because if that's good, he still had this well under control. There was nothing, and it was out, thank heavens. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all of 1 millimetre out.
If that's called good, then he has to replay the point, which I don't think is fair. He was out of it.
Tsonga has 2 challenges remaining.
Good to see that the young man from France can still summon up a smile in a difficult situation. It's very difficult now. Three set points.
15-15.
And even Djokovic acknowledges that one at a big moment.
30-14. Thank you.
Still 1 set point remaining.
Got away with it. Didn't hit the volley well, but he hit it deep.
Excellent. Djokovic full of confidence in his own ground stroking ability now.
Well, there mightn't be much energy left, but somehow he's found some there. It was like a Harrier jump jet with a vertical takeoff.
Yeah, just relentless pressure at the moment from Djokovic. Tsonga's had to come up with something very special on these set points, and he has been able to, but how many times can you go to the well?
This is number 5.
Obviously, he's not worried. Huge serve.
Yes.
These parents have got in the swing of things pretty quickly, haven't they? They just got here today. They're up. They know the score. They know what's going on. They'll be up again now after that one.
This would be some hold if he can withstand 5 set points and then put all of the pressure back on the Djokovic serve to do it himself.
Yes.
This is nail-biting, sweaty palm stuff now.
Well, Djokovic rather win this set and serve first. He wants to win this game. That's out. 6th set point. He wants to win this game. Serve first in the 4th set.
Tsonga has come up with a couple of massive serves on the big points so far.
Gutsy effort.
Maybe he could have a chat to his father at some stage about pressure. His father, Didier, this is Jo-Wilfried Tsonga's father, represented the Congo at handball at the Olympics, so he knows all about pressure at the top level. And his son is facing it right here.
Well, Fred, the length that we were looking for from Djokovic in the first couple of sets is here now.
It's there now, yes.
7 is a lucky number for a lot of people. Is it one for Djokovic? It is now.
Djokovic, 6 games to 3. Djokovic is 15 minutes.
Again, the wide serve. It's been successful and paid dividends for both players.
Fabulous shot from Djokovic. Just the fact that he got there in time to conjure up that shot is a testament to his movement. Look where he is. Tremendous. Tsonga would have been looking for a much more defensive shot from most other players.
Winner tonight pockets 1.37 million Australian dollars. The runner-up half that amount, and not one of these two men would have given that one thought over the past 2 hours and 12 minutes.
It's the title, not the money.
Exactly.
Oh, he's just getting better and better.
So Tsonga is going to have to make it the first 5-set final in 20 years if he's going to taste victory here.
13.
Match has been played in a wonderful spirit. Recognition of the great shot there coming from Djokovic. Dad's on his feet. He still believes. Does his son, though? That's the question.
He's used that wide serve to the forehand also on the second serve well enough, Djokovic, because Tsonga does like to run around the backhand, hit the forehand, and he's gone there often enough, Djokovic, just to keep his man home and prevent him from taking that risk. Well, I think he's going to need to take a few more risks like that in this set, because once the rally starts on a neutral position, Djokovic gets the better of it. So Tsonga's going to need to take some risks early. And that's what happens if he doesn't take control of the point off the return or very soon after. Djokovic is hitting with more accuracy off the ground and winning the bulk of these points.
40-15.
Well, you heard him say, "Oh my God," and realised that was a bit of a brain cramp there at this stage. He had success by playing this chip that Jeff talked about earlier, going in behind it. That was a no-no, and he knows it.
Some heavy balls in that rally.
This will test Djokovic out.
15-9.
Djokovic feeling the strain now. He's done a lot of running. Is he all right?
Boy, we've seen two terrific points here, just toe-to-toe. And then the drop shot. Djokovic gets to it, thinks he's made the angle for a winner.
Thank you. Thank you.
He may be suffering.
41.
Reaching down to the left foot there. There might be a problem here with Djokovic. He didn't even push off there, didn't attempt to push off. A love game from Tsonga.
2 games over.
Got a second win, Tsonga, in that game.
Thank you. Ready for play? Thank you.
I think we've just had Djokovic's question mark about his movement answered. Good movement here. I think he was just winded before. No problem getting up there.
27%. There's only been 2 service games there, but he's got 1 in 4 first serves in this fourth set. Another miss.
If there is any question mark over his fitness, it's going to be interesting to see whether he talks to Carlos Ramos when he goes to the chair at the change of ends here. Certainly a reaction there.
Well, he's struggling on serve, but he's still in front. It's now 23%. That's not going to do it in this set. Tsonga's hit 15 forehand winners and 1 backhand winner. We've talked about the backhand being very safe and solid. He's only hit 1 winner off that wing.
Doesn't drop shot as well off the forehand side, Djokovic. His racket face very flat there, so he doesn't get any underspin on the ball whatsoever. It just pops up high.
Tsonga a little lucky there, though. Mishit return made it a very difficult shot. Not a good drop shot.
The door's open again.
He hasn't missed too many of those all night. Unbelievable atmosphere here with this packed stadium. Winogradsky, Eric Winogradsky, Tsonga's coach. Must be a lucky sweater. He's worn it all week. Well, that's good. That's tough under the gun. Beautiful position here, right over the top of the ball. Hooks it back in behind his opponent. Plants that right foot.
Djokovic maintains the lead now as he walks to the chair.
15 left.
They're the sort of serves that will really come into their own, because Djokovic has to move so far out to the forehand and pushing off with the left leg and then getting out there and stretching with that left leg there is going to really work it over.
Just like that, love game. Easy as you like for the Frenchman, levels up. French fans have maintained their belief, although it must have wavered quite a bit throughout this match.
Correction was good for service.
That is 11 aces now for the number 3 seed. Tsonga up to 15.
Second serve.
Well, that might indicate that the hamstring's feeling a bit better. That little slide there. And Djokovic now within 2 games of the championship.
Oh, he missed it.
15 left.
Well, that's what he's going to look to do more of. Stand and deliver Djokovic. There's no question the footwork itself is not as good as it was. If it's in the hitting zone, I think he's going to go after it. And that's what he's doing. 2 points for a potential break, and then only has to serve it out, telling himself, maybe 6 more points and I can get this done.
If Tsonga misses a first serve here, watch out. A couple of huge points for the Frenchman here. Oh, he had it. Exactly the shot he wanted. Good defense there from Djokovic. And then he set himself up beautifully with the forehand. Total frustration.
It's nerve-wracking stuff here, just the way a championship final should be.
Well, what an issue thrown into the equation. Just the hampering of movement with it looks like a strained hamstring of Djokovic.
Look at the first serve percentages on this set. 36%. And he's still in it. That's the lowest that he's had in the 4 sets. I think there's a little tension here now.
The Frenchman knows that he's running out of time.
This also comes under the heading, never been there before. A little bit of experience, Djokovic, just the steadier of the two at the moment. A little piece of magic from Djokovic when it was required there. This was a brilliant pickup on the volley.
It's so close for Djokovic now. You can almost taste it, but there's a lot of work to be done yet.
Missed it. That was good. Boy, that was a brave shot. This just barely made it off the back foot, rolling backwards. Yes, it was in.
14-15.
Gutsy play this. He's done this about 4 times in the match, serve and volley, and what a time to do it.
And still the deadlock can't be broken in this 4th set. Jo-Wilfried Tsonga hangs in again. Tension tremendous around this arena, but imagine what it's like for those close to the 2 combatants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Different strategy there from Tsonga. He stood back 4, maybe 5 meters behind the baseline to take that first serve. Give Djokovic a look at something different.
Those nail-biting stuff now, because it was a tough return. It didn't look that tough, but he gets hold of the forehand. No mistake with the overhead. Tsonga nearly caused trouble, though, on the return.
Just wide. What a massive point coming up right here and now. They know it. The crowd knows it. Novak's dad knows it, and his mum as well.
Thank you. Quiet, please. Thank you.
Oh, that's just very fortunate to get away with that.
Boy, was he
Djokovic.
ever.
Tsonga having an animated conversation with Carlos Ramos in the chair as well. I don't know whether it's about the time aspect that he was talking about before. Surely it must be.
Well, Tsonga had that point. He read the drop shot. He was there with time. Djokovic picked it. Fortunate.
Thank you. Please. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Advantage. Djokovic.
Tension's getting near boiling point here now. Crowd starting to clap faults.
Cain.
Djokovic sees off a break point in the 11th game. And the worst he'll get in the 4th set is a tie break.
15 round.
Needs the big first serves in this game. He served it incredibly at 81% so far in this set, and he needs them all now.
Oh, that's real courage, self-belief. It was there if he had the courage, and he did. Just a little short from Djokovic. But at this stage, everything appears to be difficult.
One more point and we go to the breaker. And that is his first double fault for the match. He's given himself a chance of taking us to 5. The match almost 3 hours old. It's turning into one of the great Australian Open finals.
Both players receive an additional challenge.
Their respective tie-break records, it's hard to get a read on them really because Tsonga has played so few, but Djokovic has a very good tie-break record.
They both have this year. They've both played, I think it's 3-1 and 4-1. 3-1 for Djokovic, 4-1 for Tsonga. Most of those played in the championship here. certainly the right play from Tsonga. Could have been a metre further in on the volley because it's low down. Look where his feet were as he was moving forward behind the service line. Made that a lot more difficult. But the right tactic, he's got to take it to Djokovic. Djokovic is not going to lose it.
Djokovic. Djokovic.
This is a better return. He went cross-court with this one, Djokovic, but the big Frenchman comes in with the forehand and then the overhead.
Djokovic with the mini break.
Serve.
Courage also there from Djokovic. That forehand so close to the sideline, setting up the point. Threw everything he had at him there, Tsonga, and Djokovic met it all.
It's a lopsided looking scoreline in the tie-break at 4-1. Tsonga, first part of the equation, needs to just come up with 2 good points here. He's only 1 point down against the serve. And he'll have a look.
Tsonga's challenging the call on the right service line. Ball's called out. Second serve. Tsonga has 3 challenges remaining.
Oh, that was a double. He's only served 2 double faults the entire match. And both of them in the last 2 games. Or in the tiebreaker in his last serve.
It's all or nothing now for this man. It's been an incredible ride to this stage. Team Djokovic are nearly home.
Djokovic.
Not quite yet. It's on his racket, though.
These might be 2 of the hardest serves of his lifetime. And by hard, I mean difficult.
6-2, Djokovic.
It was a nervous volley, but he got it over.
Well, as a youngster, Novak Djokovic was told by his father that he wanted him to be a soccer player or a skier, and he was really disappointed when he chose a different career path. Maybe he's about to show Dad that he made the right choice.
Game, second out, Djokovic. 4-6. 6-4, 6-3, 7-6.
For the first time, Novak Djokovic is a Grand Slam champion after a magnificent final against a gallant opponent. Two young men who freshened up this Australian Open all the way to late on the second Sunday night. The title goes to Serbia. Djokovic wins in 4.
I'm sorry for my English, but I think I play better tennis than I speak English. I'm sorry about that. In first, I would like to thank all my cons and my family, all my staff, and everybody there. Thank you. After, I would like to thank Novak for this good fight, and for me it was a good moment, so thank you, Novak. I would like to thank all sponsors, Kia Motors, G Money, and Garnier for they make this tournament possible. So thank you. And the last one is you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You was unbelievable today. Thank you. See you next year.
Hello, everybody. First, before I thank everybody in this world, I would like to thank everybody in my box who supported me all the way through, not just these 2 weeks, all the way in my life. Thank you very much. I love you. Second, of course, Joe. Unbelievable tournament, and you should be proud of yourself. Fantastic results, and if he won tonight, it would be absolutely deserved. So well done for the success. And I know the crowd wanted him to win more. That's okay. No. It's all right. It's all right. I still love you guys. Don't worry. And of course, as Joe said, again, I'm going to repeat, thank you for all the major sponsors, Kia Motors, Garnier, and G Money, for making this tournament possible, and every single man and woman who participated in organization of this tournament. And I'm very, very happy that I won my first Grand Slam here. So hopefully we'll see you here in this stage more often in the future. Thank you very much.